This is like unfathomable levels of bad. So, roughly a week ago, my buddy Ghost, who you may know as the now second best block fruit player after I absolutely crushed him, and I'm the best block fruiter. Yes! The crown is mine! Well, anyways, after his ass whooping, he decided that he wanted me to play this basketball game on Roblox. It's based off of a basketball anime, and apparently it was good. Now, what you may not know about Ghost is that he has no clue what a good game looks like. Absolutely not a clue. Him, along with a lot of my other friends, just seem to completely ignore all of the videos I put out, everything that I ever say about games. Like, it's really an anomaly at this point, because they play the worst garbage, and I don't get it. We're talking, like, they play Jujutsu Infinite. Yeah, I don't know either. But anyways, he wanted me to play this. He said that there were some minor complaints that he had, but overall it was a fun game. And I played it, and was it a fun game? No. No, it was not a fun game. Basketball Zero is a game by Crollo, somebody who has the intention of shitting out extremely pay-to-win, borderline slot machine anime sports games with the seemingly intention to then sell them off once they start actually making money, which I'm not entirely sure what the big brain idea with that is. I feel like he's just losing a bunch of money, but whatever. We'll talk about that in due time. Anyways, Basketball Zero from a mechanics standpoint is a relatively simple game. If you know how to play basketball, you're probably going to know how to play this game. I'm not going to spend this video explaining to you the rules of basketball. After all, the controls are all on screen right now. And to be perfectly honest, if the game was just basketball, it would be kind of an interesting gimmick, nothing too crazy, and it would be a fun game for a little bit, and then you'd probably quit. But those kinds of games don't make it on Roblox. Oh no, the games that make it on Roblox are the ones that make the most money. So, we gotta make it pay to win. And how do we make something as pay to win as possible? Well, you see, obviously, you turn the entire game into a slot machine. This is not a video game. It is a children's slot machine disguised as a video game. If you boot up a video game and this is the first thing you see, you should immediately start asking questions and probably immediately quit the game. I just don't see how people boot this up and they're like, yeah, this looks like it has promise. Let me keep playing. The game is begging for likes and to join their group so that way you can use codes so you can get more chances to gamble. Oh, f***ing awesome. But Eclipse, you can complete daily quests for cool rewards. Surprise, surprise, the entire progression of this game. And when I say entire progression, I mean it. The entire progression of this game is completely based around slot machines. The whole f***ing thing. That in of itself should already be indefensible. No video game should have its whole progression system that impacts gameplay based around slot machines. And yet, here we are. That's the whole game. But it gets worse. Oh boy, does it get worse. Because you can roll your slot machine and get your stuff from the slot machine. But then you might be curious on, well, what do my abilities actually do? F you. If you ask that, f you. I scoured the menus. I looked everywhere. And is there anywhere that tells you what the newest ability that you just acquired does? Absolutely not, there isn't. How do you make a game where you don't even tell people what the thing that they just gambled for even does? So if you want to know the capabilities of what you just got is, go look it up on the f***ing Trello, you moron. Go look it up. We're not going to tell you in game because go f*** yourself. Go look it up. I could not make this up if I tried. But at this point, you may be asking yourself, well, what is the pay to win, right? How pay to win is this game? And oh my f***ing God. Well, let's talk about it. I would classify there to be basically 3 different abilities in this game. There's automatic win buttons, things that stop automatic win buttons, and then useless abilities that don't do anything. You will probably be completely unsurprised to hear that all of the very easy to get common things that you can gamble for they all are just filled with garbage, useless abilities that don't do anything. Meanwhile, all of the ridiculous pay-to-win and super rare things give you absurdly powerful win buttons that in most cases have almost no counterplay to them. Well, there is counterplay, and that counterplay is having a anti-win button. And guess what? All those anti-win buttons? Yeah, they're also locked behind the RNG, and they're also ultra rare. Go f***ing figure, right? So what this means in the grand scheme of things is that if you're playing a game and you don't have any win buttons, you're f***ed. The game is over from the start. If you manage to win without any win buttons, you're God's gift to video games, because it's not gonna happen. You might as well quit. If the enemy team has more win buttons than you, and you don't have any anti-win buttons, you're f***ed. Game's over. And nowhere is this more clear than in the hilariously imbalanced 2v2 game mode, which has one of the worst balancing decisions I've ever seen in a game. So as it stands, by the very default, if we don't take any of these pay-to-win win buttons into account, just playing basketball as it was meant to be played, the offensive team which has the ball already has a massive advantage. And this is because passing is extremely difficult to block because it comes out basically instantly. And even if you're standing borderline directly in front of the person, you're not going to stop the pass. And the fact that the offensive team has the ability to dribble the ball, which, if you try to steal the ball from them while they're dribbling the ball, you immediately fall on your face, you're stunned there for like 4 solid seconds, and basically, if this ever happens to you, they get a free shot no matter what, and there's nothing you can do about it. This mechanic on its own is already horrifically bad, because the risk reward here is so astronomically ass, it's incredible. If you pull this off, you might get the ball. If you don't, they get free points. Absolute genius. So when you consider all of those factors, offense has a massive advantage. Now, in the 2v2 game mode, somebody thought it would be a really good idea to make it so that way, instead of like in the normal basketball modes, where if you score, it switches sides, here, whoever scores gets to get the ball again. What? So now, if you get ankle broken and then they get a free point, you don't even get the ball on the next turn. No, go fuck yourself. And you remember how I was talking about those anti-win button moves earlier and how they're pretty much the only way to counter win buttons, and in a lot of ways, the only way to counter just general shots as a whole? Well, imagine if you don't have an anti-win button and the other team starts with the ball, they use their win button. Score. The other person uses their win button. Score. In the worst case scenario, they might have 2 more win buttons. Score, score. So they've gotten 4 free points now, and you've had borderline no chance to do anything about it. Well, they already have the advantage of being on offense, and if they so choose, they can try to stall you out so they can get their win buttons back. And once again, you can't do shit. Nobody play tested this. Nobody. Zero. Zip nada. There's no chance. And why would they play test this? The game was not meant to be a good game. The game was meant to sell microtransactions. It's a slot machine. It's a slot machine with a game on the front. You are being fooled into playing a slot machine. You idiots. And it shouldn't surprise me. It really shouldn't. The idiots over at Madden get fucked in the ass every year, and they continue to take it. The idiots that play FIFA get fucked in the ass every year, and they continue to take it. So why should it be any different on Roblox? Why should the people that play sports games on this platform have any brain cells whatsoever? Of course they shouldn't. Just buy into the slot machine game. Give it 3 million likes. Yeah, it deserves that for being a slot machine! But here's the point where we stop talking about the game and how much of a piece of shit it is and talk about the game's owner and how much of a piece of shit they are. Because this seems to be a trend as of late, so might as well do it now as well. As you may or may not know, the person behind Basketball Zero is the same person behind Blue Lock Rivals, a soccer game that a ton of people have requested on the channel. And now, I'll probably never play it, because I'm 100% certain that it's the same shit as this garbage. Now that said, they don't own Blue Lock Rivals anymore. Oh no, he sold away Blue Lock Rivals to Do Big. Oh yeah, you know Do Big, the oh-so-gracious acquirers of fish. a dusty trip, and grow a garden. So yeah, it's safe to say that anyone who really liked the slot machine over at Blue Lock Rivals is probably having a pretty bad time about now, because yeah, the people that now own their game are the biggest scumbags on the entire platform. And oh, what's this? It looks like Crollo is working on another game. And this time around, it's a volleyball game. I wonder what this volleyball game is going to be. And I wonder what's going to happen to Basketball Rivals. You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb here that there's a non-zero chance that Do Big might acquire another anime sports game, and Crollo is going to mysteriously jump ship to another copy and paste shitty pay-to-win sports game. I don't know, just going out on a limb here. I know it's obviously pointless to make these videos. I know obviously people aren't going to listen to the video and there's not really a point, but at least one of you's gotta open your eyes while you're looking at this. At least one. These games barely even classify as games. It's who's paid the most money and who has the most overpowered win buttons. If you have the better win buttons, you win. If you don't have an anti-win button, you're probably gonna lose. That's what it comes down to. If you're really lucky, you'll have the limited time perfection skill that has a win button and an anti-win button built into the same skill. Cause yeah, you just pay a lot of money so that way you can win by default. Either way, there's really only so much I could say here, so I suppose it's time to sign off. Don't go play this, it's a piece of shit. Don't go play those other games. They're also pieces of shit, and they're run by pieces of shit. With that, I'm done. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, don't. And with all that being said, have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and see you guys next time.